What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I want to deal with young DOLPH murder suspect Justin Johnson. And Mr. Johnson hails from one of our great African-American cities, the city of Memphis, Tennessee. I have a lot of love for the city of Memphis, Tennessee, the home of B.B. King. All right, the great Reverend C.O. Franklin hailed forth there. Aretha Franklin was born in Memphis. So I love Memphis for producing many things. The Church of God in Christ came out of Memphis. So I love Memphis and what it has done for our people. Martin Luther King was killed in Memphis. But the city of Memphis, unfortunately, has become what we have known it to be, a very violent city because of a lack of fathers. Despite the numerous churches that are there, despite the numerous black elite and black professionals that are there, we have a lot of problems. And it does have a thriving rap scene. And Mr. Young DOLPH, who was killed last year, represented one of those thriving rappers. Unfortunately, Justin Johnson is alleged to have been one of the shooters, and he killed him. And I want people to realize that at this time, young DOLPH was going back to deliver turkeys for Thanksgiving. But you know, when you have people who are haters and don't want to see you shine, not only will they get rid of your life, they will do it for them in the process. Because they should know they're going to get caught. You're going to kill young DOLPH, high profile person, you're going to die. They don't care. Right? And Mr. Johnson was making a call in the jail when he was punched by another inmate. Okay. And, somebody walked up to him and hit him, and he wasn't really injured, but I want to talk about his past, which is disturbing. He was convicted of something in 2015 that starts with R, ends with E. Okay. And he is an offender. So not only is he known for that, but he's also now a murderer. He's charged with first-degree murder, a felon. Okay. Now I want to talk about not just him getting beaten up, because obviously in jail, people who are convicted of certain things, especially the R and the E thing, are going to get in trouble. But I want to talk about how these guys come about. And what I'm going to say is going to be quite controversial, but I'm going to say it. For many of us who are black men, those of us who have come from less than stellar circumstances, and we lived around people very similar to this, people who might have been violent, people who might not have had the best light on them, and somehow we feel that we should stay in these communities to help such people. Let me tell you something. People like this, all right? And I'm not saying everybody thinks like him, but if you would look at him, Mr. Johnson would have thought, young DOLPH, and I believe he was actually in young DOLPH's videos. Young DOLPH is the guy. He's doing something for the city of Memphis. He's bringing stuff to our area. We're not going to ever try to hurt him. And I'm pretty sure that young DOLPH thought he was safe. But you never know who your haters are until it's too late. And what happens is that for a lot of us as black men, once things start to go on the up and up, you got a few decisions that you need to make. And I'm from a great neighborhood historically in Sacramento, Del Paso Heights for African Americans. I love my city, but imagine that if I were to do something in my city in figuring to help out my community. Now, obviously I'm not a rapper, so that definitely helps. But everybody not gonna like me. Everybody not gonna take kind that I'm here trying to do X, Y, and Z. And especially if I'm a guy that is a celebrity or a guy that is a rapper or a guy that's talking about street stuff, well, you know what? You have somebody trying to live your life. That's the one thing that academic and businessmen have over those who are rappers. We're not competing for the same thing. That's why Pookie and Ray Ray guys and business guys in the black community, they rarely come into contact like that or in any kind of really serious beef. It happens online, but it doesn't. But imagine if you're a guy that's come from that area and you kind of represent those guys, people will start hating on you. And a lot of people don't have nothing to live for. And that's a very, very serious thing I want guys to understand. These guys have nothing to live for, family. And if you're dumb enough to let these guys destroy themselves and destroy you at the same time, they will do it. At any inkling of you doing very well, listen to what I'm saying. If you're a black man, you better get the f out of where you're from. I'm not telling you not to buy property where you're at. I'm not even telling you not to start businesses where you're at. But what I am telling you is where you live, where your wife lives, where your mother lives, you better be about the business of getting up out of there, bro. You gonna try to keep it real and be trying to help your people? You got to understand, once you start elevating amongst your peers, you are no longer like them. You can try to keep it real and feel that way. They gonna understand that you're not like them. And the person that was the friend is now gonna be the enemy. And people are gonna come after you. It can happen right here on YouTube. You're a guy, you start making 100 grand a year, 200 grand a year, you get a nice car and you go back and live where you're from. Okay. What are people gonna think? Why he ain't do nothing for me? Although they're not gonna look at the fact that you worked hard, you sacrificed, where they're over there smoking weed and getting drunk and, you know, tricking on chicks. They're not gonna look at that. All they're gonna look at is, well, why not me? And what they will do is use any excuse to come after you, because they're gonna be feeling a certain kind of way. They'll be smiling in your face, but as soon as the opportune time comes to come against you, they will. And that day could be the end of your life. So what you do is you get away. Let them have it. You got it, bro. I'm not even gonna be competing. You go and do what everybody else is doing. You better move your ass to Atlanta, DeSoto, Texas. If you want to be around blacks, you better take your ass to Hollywood. You better get around the people who are doing things that ain't gonna be threatened by you. Because you're trying to keep it real with people who don't have shit, is nothing but bad situations there. You better move to Johannesburg or move to Mexico. But if you live around them, they gonna get you. Sure as I'm black, they're gonna get you. And if it's not breaking into your house, it'll be taking your life. You guys can think that fat meat is greasy if you want, but just keep playing. Like my grandma used to tell me, keep on living. I could tell you that right now. Get away from them. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first clip at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.